Hey guys, this is Jared over at Marketing Mavens. Want to make a quick video for you. You know, it was just under a couple of months ago, Infusionsoft released an application called Snap, and it's a mobile device application for both iPhones and Androids. Kind of came across it by chance, didn't really see any big announcements or blog posts or anything on the Infusionsoft website. I just happened to be in the store searching for some things and came across it, and so I downloaded it, started playing around with it, and it's really quite slick, and I'm surprised it hasn't received more publicity. So I thought I'd take the time, and I've been meaning to do this for, like I said, almost a couple months now, but and put together a little video and possibly a couple of blog posts around the whole usage of this application. So let me kind of turn things on here and get going. So I'll provide some screenshots and instructions on how to download the app, but really this video, the intention of this video, and let's see if I'll make this a little bit bigger here for us so we can kind of see it. The purpose of this video is to really show you the functionality of the app and how it all works. So first thing I'm going to do is just open up the application, and upon doing so it asks you to for an email address and password. Now this is the your Infusionsoft ID. So what I love about this is that they built it without having to put in an app name and API key and all of that. And for someone like us who manages multiple Infusionsoft accounts, or if you have a business or multiple businesses all running on different Infusionsoft applications, you can do it with one easy Infusionsoft login ID. So I'm going to put that in real quick. Okay, and now I'll click login, and it logs me in. As you can see, it has a bunch of applications that is in our account. So I'm just going to go to a sandbox application here, and then I come up with this interface. Now, because I've already been using the application, I wasn't prompted with the initial tutorial, which kind of explains the application, its functionality. If you start to use the application and want to ever get back to it, you can simply go to this little settings wheel, the little gear at the top left, and then click on Help, and then it'll take you back to the initial tutorial. So that's how you get there, and then Get Started will get you back to the home screen. And then log out, of course. You know, we've got a lot of our applications under one Infusionsoft sign-in ID, but if you have a different Infusionsoft ID for different applications, there will be occasions where you might want to sign out in order to log in with different credentials. So first thing I'll show you is just manually adding context. So as you meet people, whether it's at networking events or on the street or in the grocery store, if you find someone who's a potential prospective customer for you, you can literally add them right here. And at the very top you'll notice some tags which you can apply, and highly would recommend that because you never want data going into Infusionsoft without segmenting. But I'm just going to put in some info real quick. Bobby Brown. And let's just say it was kind of minimal. I just said, let me get your phone number and email, Bobby. So he gave me that info. One more. Perfect. And Bobby at Brown.com. Okay, typing this all in on my phone here. So and so I asked Bobby, hey Bobby, I've got a ton of information I can send you about what we discussed. Is it all right if I send that to you? He says yes, please do. So I checked that little box. Now if you don't select this option here, you will not be able to send email within Infusionsoft to this individual. So you want to make sure you do that, and then maybe any other notes. If you want to add notes about where you met them, conversation you had, whatever it may be, feel free to go ahead and do that. And then you can click on at the top this little blue tags, and you can just start typing in any tag you want. So and I was trying to find one of the default ones that's in there. Maybe a test. Let's see here. How about we just create a new tag on the fly? So that's also an option. I went ahead and created a new tag. If there's one that I was like, oh, you know what, I really need to create a tag for this, do it right on the fly from the phone, and I'll just click Save. And are you ready to save? Yes. And so it says that the new contact is being saved, and then right away I can either add another one, I can save it to my phone, or I can say done. I'm going to try the Save to Phone option real quick, and it does ask to access my contacts, which is fine. And then you'll see new contact. I can edit anything here. put a special ringtone up for him. But I mean, that's really it. And then I hit done, and now my contact was added to my phone book as well as to Infusionsoft. So I'll go ahead and click done. So that's all pretty slick, right? And if I go over into Infusionsoft now and do a search for Bobby Brown, he should indeed be there. And there he is, and all of his information is there. That looks great. So that already is just absolutely huge for, especially I think for salespeople, for business owners who technically do a lot of the selling in their business. I think that's incredibly invaluable. But that's not really all there is to the application here. If we jump back, and I'll just go here. Let's see, to the top picture. Snap, obviously meaning you snap a picture of a business card and it will save the information into Infusionsoft. Now, I've used apps like this in the past and they work pretty well, but I must say that this is probably one of the most impressive applications that I've used so far for pulling data right off of a picture of a business card and sending it anywhere, but much less in this case. It's awesome because it goes into your Infusionsoft account. So I'll go ahead and click on that button, which gives me a little window, and you can see I literally can, so I'm just going to scan here, and I've got a business card. I'll kind of let it focus. And I actually chose one that's pretty tough, a pretty tough one here. It's got a lot of data. It's not super, there are a couple of different font types and colors and everything. So I'm just going to zoom in, click the green button there, and then if I found like it was a poorly taken picture, I can retake it. I think that one's alright, so I'm just going to click use. And then you can see that it throws it into an awaiting processing. Now, something that's really unique about Infusionsoft's approach to this is that not only is it done digitally by technology, they actually say that they have someone reviewing these and confirming the information that it's correct. So I'm going to pause the video at this point, and we'll return when I get notified that it's been processed. My experience in the past is that it's been super fast. I mean, anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. I don't think I've ever waited longer than 15. Now, I am doing it throughout a business day. Maybe that varies if you're entering in contacts late at night, but let's pause the video. Alright guys, we're back. It's actually only been a few minutes. You'll notice the clock has passed much more. I just got busy on another business thing going on here. So anyway, it was only a few minutes, and I got an alert on my phone. You can see there was a little 1 next to the app symbol, and then inside on the top right you can see a 1 as well. And then needs review, and that's actually my review. So I just come in here, and you can see that it got it all right. So Thane Fisher again, Enterprises, got a phone, email address. I mean, this thing worked great. From here, again, I'll need to indicate whether I have permission to market to them, and I also want to apply a tag. Now, in this case, I'm going to apply, let's do info. Say an Info Summit 2013 web prospect, and then I just hit save. Are you ready to save? Yes. And it says new contacts being phone added to Infusionsoft. Again, it's been added now, so I can either save that to my phone, although this contact is a good friend already in my phone, so I'll just click on done. And done, and I'll be taken back to the home screen. So that's really it for the application. Obviously, there's a whole strategy behind how to use it and when to use it. Some details that I can share with you. Something interesting I found about this is, if you import a list of people into Infusionsoft and you indicate that you found them, met them at an event, it says that it's not an acceptable way to market to them. But I guess in a one-off scenario like this, where you had a personal conversation, you manually scanned it and indicated an interest, Infusionsoft does find that kosher, so that's great news. I also do know from talking with a couple people down in Infusionsoft that the application processes up to 250 leads or contacts per month. I don't know if they even have anything in place for going above and beyond that, what the charges are associated with it. If I found out that information, I'll be sure to add it to this post. But that's really it for part 1 here. Part 2, I'll really go into, I want to dive into some event marketing and some strategies for using this app creatively to get the most out of it, and of course automate your follow-up And that's it.